When we covered the Atari 5200, we praised its great library of games, despite its many flaws. Now it's time to rank my favorite Atari 5200 games. Despite the library of 5200 games being very small, there's no shortage of high-quality titles. If you asked 20 5200 collectors what their favorite games were for the system, you'd likely get 20 completely different responses. Which is why you should of course let me know what your favorites are in the comments. Oh, also, we aren't going to be covering any homebrew games, only games released during the 5200's life, okay? Cool. Let's get started. Number 5. Defender. Defender is a classic arcade game that has been converted really well here. There's no shortage of good arcade ports on the 5200, in fact that's what pretty much all of my list is, but this one is one of the best. This horizontal shooter feels surprisingly good using the unique aspects of the 5200 controller, something most games can't say. Number 4. Berserk. Berserk is one of those games that you can just get lost in for hours upon hours, which makes sense given its ridiculous number of levels. It's a top-down shooter that rewards quick reflexes and controlling the positioning of your character very well. It's also really cool to hear the 5200 do digitized speech. And this was an experience that was unavailable to Atari 8-bit owners since that port was never officially released, making this a 5200 exclusive experience.
The humanoid must not escape.
Number 3. Pole Position. Pole Position is one of those games that is extremely simple but absolutely nails the basics. This version is a pretty good showcase of the 5200's graphical capabilities, and was the best port of the game from the arcade available at the time. I mean, look at the TI-99 version. Yikes. I'll take the 5200 port over that any day. Number 2. Mario Bros. While Mario Bros is rather overshadowed by its super sequel these days, the game was excellent for its time. You won't mistake this port for the arcade original, but it's still really, really good. It plays well with good speed, graphics, and sound. I do think the controller is still a downside for this one, but that doesn't stop me from having a great time anytime I pop it in. Number 1. Miss PacMan. Okay, so first off, the stock 5200 controller really isn't that great for this game. Like, at all. But if you can look past that or just use a third-party controller or play in an emulator, you are looking at a superb port of Miss Pac-Man, which is one of the best Pac-Man titles ever released. The game runs great and has some really, really impressive sound design for a 5200 game. And it's just like fun, you know? Well, that's my list of my personal favorite Atari 5200 games. My list is going to be completely different from yours. Let me know what top 5 list you'd like to see us do next time. So please let me know what games I overlooked in the comments down below. And if you don't want to comment down below, you could always talk to me directly about your favorite 5200 games on our Discord server. Also, if you'd like to help keep this show running, we have a Patreon, and I'll see you next time.